When I got to the door, there was a baby doll head, just a severed baby doll head.
Swear that I've been running out of patience. Hop up and I blast off in that spaceship. Keep that 40 on me, that bitch stainless.
Hey guys, Zane here, and today I'm joined by my editor, Gare Bear.
What's up, guys?
We have an interesting story about a homeless man that we encountered a few months ago.
Okay, guys, so before we get into the juicy stuff, let me give you a little information of what exactly our job is. So we are janitors pretty much, and we just sweep, get trash, just clean up. Also, one more thing throughout the story, we're not going to refer to this guy as the homeless man or anything. We don't exactly even know what his name is, but we're just going to call him Homie. So about a month ago, we pulled up to work, just a normal day, getting ready to get to cleaning, and we see a little something different. We see this homeless man wearing like a bunch of junky clothing talking to the big man upstairs. They were talking about maybe getting this guy a job, the homeless man starting from the bottom, making his way up.
Rags to riches. Okay, so he got hired, and like a few weeks went by and everything was normal. He would like come into work, he'd be leaving as we were coming in, and he'd just like hitch a ride with one of the other coworkers. We didn't really know where he went or if he just was hanging out with them or whatever. We didn't really think much of it. Okay, so after those first few weeks of like nothing really going on, we'd start to notice little things like noises or the lights being left on or a door being cracked open up in the storage room where nobody really goes. So it was like a little bit suspicious, but we didn't really think much of it since nothing had really been going on.
After things like that started happening more frequently, we would turn off the lights and leave the door closed deliberately, and then come back a couple minutes later and they would be wide open or the lights would be on, and it was just freaking creepy from there on out. And this is where we get onto the big one. So one day we decided we just had enough, and we were going to go upstairs and go explore, see if there's anyone actually up there. So Zane goes out to his car. What do you go grab, Zane?
Grabbed one of my knives out of the car.
Yeah, a big old fishing knife, a little fillet knife. Getting ready to chop up some old homie. So we grabbed the knife and made our way upstairs. Usually upstairs is really dusty, so we'd know if anyone was there. We opened the door, ready to slice up some old guy. We see it, a fucking chair just sitting in the middle of the place. We were like, that's kind of weird. Who would be sitting up here in the storage room? The weirdest part about it was there was some fresh booty cheeks carved out by someone sitting down in it. We see a marker sitting on top of the chair. We were like, what the heck does this have to do with anything? We keep on walking, looking around, looking for potential homeless man to kill. Turn the corner and we see a big sign that says, "Stop."
Stop it.
Oh my gosh. Start screaming, running, pleading for help.
After that, we pussed out and went home for the weekend, and on Monday, Garrett had like a college visit or something, so he didn't come into work.
It was actually my birthday.
And I was alone. This is when things got kind of creepy. Like, when I first got there, I went inside and was just gonna go in and do the work and probably not mess with the homeless guy at all. I brought my knife just in case, but I didn't really plan on going upstairs to where he was or anything, and just hoping that if I left him alone, he'd leave me alone, and I'd wait till Garrett got back to investigate anymore. So when I was grabbing the sweeper out of the closet, and the closet is right below the storage room, I heard more footsteps and a little bit of whispering, so I got kind of creeped out, and I brought the sweeper away, and just started sweeping, doing everything normal. But then I went back to the closet to grab out something else. I kept hearing it, so I went out to my car for a little bit, let it like simmer down or whatever. But when I came back in, there's this little room by the lunchroom where we clean, and there's never any lights in there. And when I walked by it the first time, there were no lights on, but the second time I walked by it, there were lights on. So I went back out to the car, sketched out a little bit. We thought maybe that could be homie's lair or something like that. I went out and hid in my car for like 15-20 minutes, and then I drove around to the back of the store and was gonna just go in through the back way. But when I got to the door, there was a baby doll head, just a severed baby doll head. Here's a picture of it. And that really, really creeped me out. I went back in and I just did the minimal work that I could do and left right away. Just kept the knife with me, just ran out pretty scared, left really, really early. When Garrett got back, we investigated just like a little bit more, but we didn't really do much because we would go up there and we'd hear whispering, which meant he was either like talking to himself.
I'm gonna kill those boys.
or he had like a family up there or something like that. So we were hoping that it would just go away. He'd leave us alone, maybe like find another place that was maybe abandoned that he could go to and stay at. And honestly, that's kind of what happened. We haven't really seen him or heard any noises or anything like that. We haven't even seen him show up to work recently. We never really found out what was happening up there or whatever, but ever since then it stopped happening, and we haven't even seen the homeless man recently. He could have gotten fired, he could have quit, maybe just stopped showing up. And so yeah, that pretty much wraps up our story. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this little commentary with me and my editor Garrett.
Don't you dare forget to like, comment, and subscribe.